Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia, Your Excellency. Please.
We'll have remarks by representatives of Chinese.
On this particular occasion, it's quite an honor and privilege to meet you all. Issues here, as well as his calm demeanor, face to face. And today, that opportunity, a contingent of Chinese reporters who report on Chinese TV and on CCTV, as well as the people here. And we also know that conservation, right? The protection of mangrove and public events, so that so as to help colleagues, Kenyans, proudly Kenyans. In Kenya, Thank you, sir. I hope to see you
of the Chinese community in Kenya have always been playing a very special and indispensable part in growing our bilateral relations. They are the most effective and reliable people bridges linking China and Kenya in one way or another. We highly appreciate the host government and the hospitable Kenyan people recognizing the contribution of the Chinese community. The meeting today between the PCS and representatives of major Chinese agencies, investors, contractors, and associations in Nairobi speaks volumes about Kenya's firm commitment to stronger international partnership in its pursuit of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda and national development. It will go a long way in promoting mutual understanding and enhancing bilateral cooperation between our two brotherly countries and peoples, particularly at a time when China and Kenya are working closely with other FOCAC members in making preparations for the upcoming FOCAC summit in Beijing early next month. In China, we often say, build the nest to attract phoenix. To the Chinese phoenixes present here today, Kenya is a welcoming and ideal nest, which keeps improving, truly a home away from home. On behalf of the Chinese Embassy and the Chinese community in Kenya at large, I wish to express our heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to Your Excellency, the PCS, and through you, to the government and people of Kenya. The Embassy will continue to exert its utmost efforts to consolidate and further the long-standing friendly ties between our countries and enhance friendship between our peoples. China values its strategic partnership with Kenya simply by the Chinese presence here. There are 3 diplomatic missions in Nairobi from China, the embassy and 2 permanent missions. And there are 4 major media houses. All of them have their Africa bureau here in Nairobi. And there are 4 Confucius institutes in Nairobi. The first one in this Africa, in this continent, and with the biggest number, 4. And there are, for the cassette, Kenya-China Economic Trade Association, the membership is 100 plus. And there are 20 overseas Chinese associations in Kenya, with 3 of them have spoken just now. And there is another force which has not made its voice heard is the financial institutions and the representatives from the China Development Bank and Exim Bank and the Bank of China all are present here. So all of us, the Chinese community, are looking forward to the FOCAC summit early next month. And all of us firmly believe, taking good opportunity of the FOCAC summit, we will together promoting China-Kenya cooperation to a higher level. And we really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much.
I am delighted to host you all for this important meeting. Let me extend my appreciation to the PS Singoe and Ambassador Pinjian for organizing this meeting. It affirms the commitment of our two friendly countries to working closely together and implementing the Kenya-China joint vision for building a closer community with a shared future and institutionalization of joint technical teams. Your Excellency, I wish to assure the Chinese business community and the media that they are key stakeholders of the Kenya-China strategic partnership. We value your presence in Kenya and active participation in deepening this partnership. As you are aware, Kenya and China established diplomatic relations at the dawn of our independence in 1963, and in November 2023, we celebrated 60 years of solid cooperation in our strategic partnership. The 60th anniversary celebrations were preceded by a high-level visit to Beijing by His Excellency President William Ruto in October 2023 at the invitation of China's President, His Excellency President Xi Jinping. The two leaders discussed strategic areas of cooperation and agreed to pull together towards building an even closer Kenya-China community with a shared future. Subsequently, in January this year, I visited Beijing and held successful talks with my counterpart, His Excellency Wang Yi. We signed the Kenya-China Joint Vision, which is already a guide to our policies and programs in the next 60 years, with the ultimate goal of achieving our leaders' shared vision of building a closer community with a shared future. The strategic partnership between Kenya and China underlines the strength of our diplomatic relations over the past 6 decades. We achieved an important milestone in 2017 when China elevated bilateral relations with Kenya to a comprehensive strategic partnership that manifested our mutual trust, respect, and benefits for the people of Kenya and China. It is gratifying to note that both governments have institutionalized the joint technical teams for purposes of implementing the joint vision. The joint technical teams coordinated by the Ministries of Foreign Affairs have made considerable progress, including reporting on their activities for the first quarter. They also held a retreat at the Huawei regional offices in which stakeholders in the ICT sector participated. The involvement of the private sector and the larger community, including the media and the general Kenya-China communities, will further promote this initiative. Today, we have an opportunity here to share the joint vision and listen to you all on your experiences on the ground and take measures to consolidate our joint efforts towards a win-win situation while ensuring that our people remain at the center of the Kenya-China strategic partnership and building a closer community with a shared future. As your role continues to grow, We assure you of our support to scale up your investments in priority sectors of our economy, anchored on our government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. We shall also ensure that the media enjoys the freedom to report accurately and promote Kenya as the most preferred investment and tourist destination in the East Africa region. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC, will take place in Beijing on September 4th to 6th, 2024. The FOCAC, which takes place every 3 years, includes a meeting of senior officials, a ministerial conference, and the heads of state and government summit, all co-chaired by China and an African country. Given China's position as Africa's largest trading partner, FOCAC provides an important cooperation platform where Africa and China hold consultations at equal levels, reinforcing understanding and building consensus on critical decisions. The ultimate aim is to strengthen the friendship and cooperation for a people-centered win-win situation. One of the key elements of the FOCAC is that it defines political and economic cooperation between Africa and China in a sustainable and consistent manner. Kenya finds stability and clarity in the manner and scope of cooperation within the FOCAC framework, with clear roles and obligations to each side. This will support Africa's development quest and place in the global economic community through the enhanced South-South cooperation. FOCAC incorporates China's 4 strategic initiatives, the Belt and Road Initiative, the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative. Kenya's participation in FOCAC affirms our commitment and unwavering support as a strategic partner for China to host the successful summit. Through JTTs, Kenya has already submitted its inputs towards the action plan and Beijing Declaration. His Excellency, President Ruto, has been invited to participate in FOCAC and co-chair the high-level session on the BRI, cementing Kenya's position as China's BRI strategic partner in Africa.